The issue with the cash bail system is that it really fundamentally criminalizes poverty. That allows people who have resources to have freedom and those who do not to remain incarcerated.
The purpose of bail is to ensure that someone will come back to court. So the question is, what does money have to do with the ability or the assurance, if you will, that someone will return to court?
We represented a man who was in jail for 72 days for holding up a sign that said, "Homeless, please help." That was literally what he was in jail for. But because he couldn't pay, he remained in jail until we filed a petition to secure his release.
Those people who are so easily forgotten are the people that the center and these other organizations, they fight for.
When we initially came up with the idea to bail people out and to bail out Black mothers in particular, it was something that we thought was a tactic to be able to get the policies and the public policy changes. Because in particular,
I went to the store, got a can of peanuts off of the shelf, and walked out the door. I was arrested and taken to jail. I went before the judge and they gave me a $500 bond. I was in there 14 days and I didn't hear anything. I said, well, they probably don't even know I'm here. They got your life in their hands. On the 14th day, someone told me, Dorothy, you got an attorney visit. And I was like, that scared me. And he told me that they was gonna bail me out, pay my bail. All I had to do was show up for court.
On February 6th, the City of Atlanta passed an ordinance that took steps to end money bail.
It was incredibly inspiring to see the number of people who turned up to support bail reform in City Hall. Hundreds of people came to demand a change in our courts.
This is really the pulling together and the marshaling of forces. There was the work that Song was doing, the work that the center has been doing as it relates to bond and bail and criminal justice reform. We also have this wide array of organizations who met with Keisha Lance Bottoms to talk about a progressive agenda. The right people at the right time were in the room and pressure had been created for it to pass.
I was shocked that it was passed unanimously. And I think that that is only because of the way in which these organizations and individuals work together. For a large number of minor offenses in the city of Atlanta, people will not be forced to pay money before they are released, and that for everyone else, those individuals will see a judge very early on in their process and have release conditions established that are appropriate and individualized for them.
This is a people's victory. Every time someone is pulled over or stopped and arrested for a minor infraction and they go to that jail and they're immediately released, that is the victory, us reclaiming their freedom.
I think that what's happened in Atlanta has sparked folks in other parts of Georgia to think about how they might reform pretrial justice in their area.
The passage through the city council is one part of it, but the work continues. The cost of freedom is really eternal vigilance.
I think that we need to be focused on those other systems, how folks are falling through the cracks and landing in the criminal justice system. The way in which the criminal justice system plays a role in the cycle of poverty. I think that it behooves us all to start thinking about the other systems at issue here, trying to make sure that less folks end up in the criminal justice system.